Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it, traveling and trading vlog, coming to you from Jaco, Costa Rica. You know what? Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into the trade reviews and a little walk and talk of a traveling trader. So let's just flip the camera around and I'll get into the trade reviews. Okay, so long day. Let's dive into it. We got one trade on Euro USD. We're gonna look at 2 or 3 different trades. This one was a stop out. Hopefully you guys can see this well enough, but trading the supply and demand methodology, what I noticed was price was coming back into this 4-hour demand over here. A lot of buyers stepped in, right? Look at those big black candles, right? Very big. So that told me, hey, if price comes back down into that area of demand again, I am going to look for buying opportunities. And sure enough, price came back into it. And what I wanted to see was I wanted to see buyers step into it. So we saw the buyer step in by breaking downward trend, removing this opposing pivot point area of supply, as well as price took off in a very strong fashion. So that's exactly what I like to see. I want to see prices go up in a very strong fashion. In fact, if we look at another trade review from a member, this is from Passion from this week, he took this short trade that worked out really well. So I don't want to criticize his trade too much. You know, he's got a really good higher time frame, price coming into a 4-hour supply zone. So he's looking for sells. So then he went down to a 15-minute time frame and he sold the pullback right into this supply. Now you'll notice the difference between the lower time frame, which is his 15-minute right here, versus mine. Let me take a screenshot of this. If you guys ever have Microsoft Windows, I always use this tool for all my pictures. You just click new, click and drag, and then you can draw on it. You can draw a little Chinese face. Ho ho, hello. And if you want, you could draw a little hat. Hello, I'm from Vietnam. Ha ha. So if you'll notice, this little time frame here on the right-hand chart, that's his 15-minute versus mine. Not to say it's bad or anything. I'm just looking at mine compared to his. We're gonna pull them up side by side so you can see. Oh, can we do it? Yeah. So you can see definitely the leg out in balance. So his leg out was this little area right here versus my leg out. Look at this leg out. Oops. That whole black candle, right? Very strong indication of buyers that stepped in. Unfortunately, this one was a loss. Price came down, stopped me out, and took me out of the trade. Luckily, I did get into another trade, and that was on gold, and this one was out at break even. Definitely not a fan of selling gold, but if we look at the daily time frame of gold, let's pop down to gold, and we look at the daily time frame. I mean, this thing is going nothing but down. So any longs are getting destroyed. And actually next week, I'm going to talk about a very important topic of what I've noticed in my trading, because I did kind of a second part. I'll have an update for you guys on the 3 candlestick rule that I've been implementing lately, as well as something that I noticed trying to buy the stock market. Really interesting, really interesting. So stay tuned for that next week in the travel video on Friday. So this thing is going nothing but down. So I definitely want to look for selling opportunities. I got ants crawling all over me. So that's exactly why I was selling this gold short here. Once again, rally-based drop supply zone up here, removed all this demand, broke that upward trend line, and then I simply sold the pullback back into that supply zone right away. Prices went down to 2 to 1. I moved my stop to break even. My 3 to 1 take profit was down in this area right here. After 2 to 1 move, I like to protect my capital, so I moved my stop loss to break even, and then price reversed and stopped me out on that trade. So loser and a break even, but it's good to see the other people are making gains for the week on a trade like that. Oh my gosh, look at the sunset. Absolutely beautiful. Are we focusing on that? Oof, that is gorgeous. Should be at the beach right now. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up regarding the trade reviews. We're gonna go for a walk and talk, but talk about trading, demo trading, a comment that I got on my last video. So just short and sweet, this trading episode today. So let's do the walk and talk, all right? I'll see you guys out there. Before we start this hike, we gotta cool off in my little waterfall right here. Let's go. Whew. Feel like $1 million after doing that. Whew. I love doing this hike, maybe twice a week. Usually when I don't go to the gym and I want to get my legs moving, I go for this hike. It's about 20-minute hike just on the south end of Hako called the Miramar or the Mir. I'm not too sure. Recommend it if you ever find yourself here in Hako, Costa Rica. Man, we got lots to talk about. Had a guy reach out to me on one of my last YouTube videos, just commenting on, saying, hey man, just came across one of your videos. I've been binge watching for the last couple days of the whole supply and demand methodology through your tips playlist. Just wanted to say thank you so much for having them. They've really helped me so far. I wish you best of luck on your travels. And he's currently demo trading right now. We'll talk about that in a second. So thank you for that kind message. Yeah, those are good supply and demand videos for anybody trying to learn the methodology that I am trading that you guys always see. It's on my YouTube video. Go to playlist. It's called my tips playlist, breaking down the whole supply and demand methodology. And then we have the private group where we take traders to consistently profitable in 90 days or less. So if you want to join that and get the free training, moneyballtrading.com, that will be in the description below. That guy did mention that he's doing a demo account right now. I personally tell people, stay away from a demo account and start trading a live account right away, because the only good thing that a demo account is used for, in my opinion, is if you're learning a new asset class like Forex or stocks, options or something like that, or you're signing up with a new broker and you're trying to test out the new broker / trading platform. Like if you're brand new to MT4, the trading platform, I wouldn't recommend going off and trading a live account right away. You got to learn how the whole platform works. So in my opinion, if you're trying to learn a new asset class, how it works, how the market works, or if you're opening up a new trading platform, that's the only time. Besides that, you should be trading with a real account, because you will feel the highs and lows with real money. It doesn't matter if it's $500 or $1,000. You should only be risking $5, $10, $20 per trade. You will feel the live emotions when it comes to trading. You will feel the highs and lows, the roller coaster. You are actually a real participant in the market. Completely different. So stick to a real account as soon as you can. Worst case scenario, you lose $200, right? So that's what I recommend. Then he said, best wishes on your travels. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Coming to you from Costa Rica. That was always the whole plan. Travel and trade around the world. That's what inspired me to get into trading. And so that's what I hope to share with you guys. Make a first stream or second stream of income, right? I know I meet a lot of people and I don't share people what I'm doing all the time because it's the same questions. It's a lot easier just to avoid telling people what I do, right? So I have different personas sometimes. Sometimes I'm here on a 1-week vacation. Sometimes I'm here with my girlfriend. Changes all the time. So when I talk to people, and if I do tell them my story, or like, hey, I'm here for a month, or I'm living here, they're like, wow, that's insane. I really want to do that, but I got to get on my flight tomorrow. So I always reply, so don't get on your flight tomorrow. Oh no, but I have to. You don't have to do anything. It's your life. Figure it out once your plane leaves. Say, hey, you're here. Figure it out for a month. Travel around the country for a month. Quit your job. Then go back and decide whether or not you want to do this. But they always say, oh no, I got other commitments. Which might be true, but that's my opinion. There's 3 things that I like to think about. There's health, wealth, and time. When you're in your 20s, you have time, you have your health, but you don't have wealth, right? When you're in your 30s to 50s, you have wealth, you have your health, but you don't have time. Why time? Because you're too busy raising a family, getting a promotion at work, maybe focusing on your retirement, getting up there. So that's kind of the cap that you lose. You lose your time. Then when you finally decide to retire, you have time, you have wealth, but you don't have your health. You're always going to be missing one of those things. So the best time to travel, do whatever you want to do in life, right now. Just my thought process. What else has been going on in the news? Oh, July 1st, funny. Justin Trudeau comes out. I gotta be careful walking on this. I got rocks. I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking in front of me, trying to figure out what I'm gonna say, trying to keep the phone stabilized. Justin Trudeau came out on July 1st, Canada Day, and was making a speech about my body, my choice. My body, my choice. My body, my choice. We will always support that, and I do support that. It's never the government's job to tell you what you should put in your body. But when it comes to the vaccines and COVID, nah. It's just funny. My body, my choice when it comes to abortions, but when it comes to vaccines, nope, you got to get it. It's mandatory basically in Canada. I mean, for 2 years, they kept people locked in their house. So it's just all funny. Never listen to what any of those guys say. The government, they're all full of it. Corruption. That's why I like a lot of these countries. Second world, third world, Mexico, El Salvador, a lot of countries in Eastern Europe. Corruption can be played by everybody. Pay off the police officers, you can pay off everybody. People don't like the government. I'm walking up this sketchy path right here that you're not really supposed to go, but it's marked out. There's a nice lookout right up here. There's 2 lookouts. There's one down there. I've shown it to you guys in another video, but this one is also pretty nice. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Beautiful lookout. We gotta get on top of this stamp. Whoa! Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, look at that, eh? Beautiful. That is gorgeous. Gotta love it. My gosh. Gotta love Costa Rica. So, I forget what I was going on about. The Netherlands, blockades, food shortages. There's so much I could talk about, but it all sums back up into don't ever listen to what the government says. They're not looking out for your best interest. Make sure that you do have at least 6 months of food saved up that won't go bad for at least 20 years. Make sure you have water, at least 6 months of water saved up. It's so important. Because if inflation gets worse, commodities have been taking an absolute whacking lately. It doesn't make any sense. They're shutting down all these farms. They're saying this is the goal for emissions, and yet commodities are getting whacked. It's crazy. The whole agenda is coming down. So I'm waiting for just wait for the economy to collapse, the dollar to collapse as well. They'll get everybody on the digital currency, the new currency, the recession will hit. How can you take advantage of this? Prepare yourself. Food, water, gold, crypto. I think that's your best bet. If you guys really enjoy these travel videos, subscribe, like. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to reach out to me on social media, at Moneyball Austin, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Join the private group at moneyballtrading.com. All that will be in the description, as well as with the tips playlist. Subscribe, like the video, guys. That's all I ask. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys for viewing this. Bye-bye. It's beautiful.